welcome to RB&D Reviews. I'm Rob, and here we try to review movies that are out in theaters and out on DVD, and we try to give a sort of an honest and introspective look at these movies. And today I'm going to be reviewing Hugo, a gorgeous-looking film from director Martin Scorsese. It's being advertised as his first family film, which it is, and it's also his first film in 3D. The story is Hugo, played by Asa Butterfield, is a boy who lives in the hidden tunnels at a train station in 1920s Paris. He kind of lives like a sort of Oliver Twist-like existence. He goes around in the tunnels and goes throughout the station, fixing all the clocks to make sure they run on time. And his father passed away, and before his death they were working on an invention called an automaton, which is sort of like this machine that looks like a robot, and when it's wound up it's supposed to write. At the station, he befriends Isabella, who always wanted to have an adventure. She's played by Chloe Grace Moretz, who you might recognize as Hit Girl from Kick-Ass. With Hugo, this film, in addition to being viewed as a family film, it could also be viewed as a tribute to silent film, because at the beginning of this movie, there's a lengthy sequence that uses very little dialogue. We see expressions of the actors, and I guess maybe the equivalent of pantomime, where we see them go through different motions. It's like we're observing what Hugo sees every day when he's at the station. And there's some slapstick comedy from Sacha Baron Cohen as the strict station inspector. Sure, he's not Charlie Chaplin, but, you know, he does what he can with his part. And the film does use, you know, regular Martin Scorsese trademarks, like the track shot. There's a track shot where we go down in the train station. And I like that he is trying something different. He's not always sticking to the same thing. That might be one of the reasons why Scorsese is a well-respected filmmaker. In addition to storytelling, he tries making films in different types of genres. He doesn't stick to one genre. Like I said, this is his first foray into 3D, and usually with 3D it's usually gimmicky. Personally, when a movie is out and there's a choice between 3D and, you know, the regular, I usually go with the regular, not only because it's cheaper, but because, like I said, 3D is often used just as a gimmick, you know, stuff to get thrown at you. Like, not too long ago, my girlfriend wanted me to take her to see Puss in Boots, and she wanted me to take her to the 3D showing, and it was nice and all that, but it didn't always help, you know, story. With this film, Scorsese, I think he does that. He doesn't use the 3D just to show stuff off. He integrates it with the story. And I really like the characters of this movie, too. I felt an emotional connection to them, and I really liked seeing the kids together because they're so different. Isabella is more of, you know, I think she comes from a wealthy family. She's very talkative, and she is, you know, very, you know, I think she goes to a formal school. You know, she's very intelligent. While poor Hugo, he's more quiet, and, you know, he's much poorer. But the two of them, they're so different. And that's why I think that may be why I really got into seeing them together. And Ben Kingsley is in this movie. He plays a character that runs a toy counter at the station, and he brings a very dignified performance to his part. I also thought the score accompanied the movie very well. But while I was watching this movie, I kept asking myself whether kids will get into this movie. It's slower paced, and the kids, the two leads, even though they've been in movies for a while, I don't think they're really well-known actors. And also, there's, like I said, there's throwbacks to silent films, there's clips from silent films, and, you know, and there's some shots that are done like silent movies, and I was just wondering whether the kids would have, you know, any interest or the patience with it. I think adults who have an appreciation for silent films and for Scorsese's type of filmmaking will enjoy it, but I wasn't too sure whether kids would get into it or not. Maybe I am stereotyping a bit, but I don't know. But that was something I kept thinking while I was watching this movie. Still, I enjoyed this movie very much, and I'm giving it a see it in theaters verdict. I enjoyed the film very much, and so hopefully more people will check this movie out in theaters, because the movie, there's like two stories going on. In the first hour, there's the kid's quest to try to get the automaton to work and all that, and then in the second hour it goes into a different story. It's based off of a book. I believe it's called The Invention of Hugo Cabret. It's, I guess, I've never read it, but I guess it's a cross from what I read, it's a cross between a book and graphic novel, you know, but, yeah, I enjoyed this movie very much, so that's my review of the film. So feel free to leave any comments about the movie if you have seen it, or any feedback about this video. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you very much for watching.